Okay, so I was 12 years old. I walk into a Memorial Day service. I hear this, and it's called The Experience. So I was born in the Midwest of 4 children. I was one. And I was proud to claim I was my parents' son. But as I grew, the world hatred grew. Soon I heard from Uncle Sam. So in '68, at age 19, I was off to Vietnam. My family took me to the plane on that chilly winter's day. I told them not to worry, that I thought I'd be okay. But needing some assurance, I asked, don't forget to pray. I climbed upon the plane and quickly I flew away. The plane touched down in Benoit beneath the blistery, shiny sun. My knees began to tremble and my heart was on the run. They assigned me to my unit, they handed me my gun, a chopper dropped me in the field, and the experience had begun. They sent us on an ambush on that holy Christmas night. But the peace of the season ended in a firefight. A thought occurred to me that at any other time, the boy we just shot could have been a friend of mine. We met a yellow child in a jungle trail alone. We couldn't help but wonder why he was not at home. Soon we realized by the satchel on his lap, he was sent there by Viet Cong. He was a human booby trap. Fear set in and we jumped back and shot that yellow kid. Then I fell down upon the ground and cried for what we did. Bombs kept falling, boys kept dying, and the waters turned to red. Confusion of the situation began to cloud my head. Couldn't understand why he would not respond to what I said, and then I realized that my closest friend was dead. 14 months had come and gone. It was time for me to leave. Said hi to my replacement, saw the heart upon his sleeve. I turned around, I walked away, not to see him anymore. He was too young, oh, much too young to see what was in store. The next day on the West Coast, we landed in the ground. There were protest signs, demonstrators standing all around. Guilt filled our heads and numbed our minds. We must have did the crime. So near to tears, the next 12 years, we humbly did the time. We don't want sympathy and there's nothing you can do. But maybe now you understand why we're not quite like you. So that poem was written by a guy named Harnack. Al was an infantryman in Vietnam. Al, from infantryman to infantryman, they thank you and we thank you. So thank you for your service. You don't know this, Al, but you shaped this organization. So we had 3 things in mind. We were going to do pheasant hunting, fly fishing, and snowmobiling or ATVing. And I called Scott, and Dean and I had talked, and Justin and I had talked, and I was like, hey guys, I think we found this first guy. Let's just find out what he wants to do. I was so eager and so naive, and so let's just ask some questions. So I said to Scott or Chris, I said, so what does he want to do? Does he want to go hunting or fly fishing? And Scott's quote was, wait, he doesn't do any of that. So Al is the reason that this exists as part of our organization. So for those that these 3 things don't fit, if you don't like pheasant hunting, if you don't like fly fishing or lake fishing, if you don't like ATV or snowmobiling, what's going to fill your bucket? What's going to make you feel like you're being rewarded for your service to our country? So I've heard about this place called Holbrook Farms. It's a nonprofit for survivors of veteran spouses who've lost their spouses to combat. I call Michaela Brancato and her husband Matt, who run the foundation. Al, you and your family are going to be up there for 3 days, 3 or 4 days. We can't wait to send you. We can't wait for you in 2021 to feel a little bit of the respect that you deserved in the late 60s, early 70s. You are one of our heroes, and we believe you're going to have an amazing time.